to take mantra from a Vaishnava Guru. Should not take mantra from a Vaishnava. If someone by chance takes such a mantra from a Vaishnava, will go to hell. Especially in this Parisuva, Krishna has incarnated himself in his holy name. Kali-yuga Namarupe, Krishna avatar. No other incarnation is there in this Kali-yuga. So taking or accepting holy name of Krishna, this Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, is getting Krishna from a bona fide spiritual master. If someone is fortunate to get this mantra, then get Krishna. You understand? Because the name of Krishna and Krishna is not different. But especially in this Kali Yuga, the name is Krishna. Then the spiritual master orders the disciples to chant this holy name, gives them malas, and he lets them chant specific number of mantras. So we order our disciples to chant at least 16 malas minimum during a day. It should not be less than that. If someone chants less than that, he commits namaparad, he denies his guru, which is considered a great aparad, the result of which that it should go to hell. So, at any circumstances, one shouldn't disobey this order. Those who are initiated, taking initiation from a bona fide Vaishnava Guru, they should be very, very careful and very serious in this matter. At any circumstances, they should not neglect this order. At any cost, they should chant 16 malas. This is the most important thing. Then comes next thing, the namaparad. You understand? Niraparad naam loile par Krishna prem. If you can chant this holy name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, endlessly, you can get Krishna. You will get Krishna prem, the love of Krishna, thereby get Krishna. This is the role, spiritual law, and it is a fact. Then you should be aware and be very careful of non-committing any ends in the chanting holy name. There are 10 namapradas. You understand? You might have known all these things. It's all mentioned in Nectar of Devotion, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, and all the scriptures also. So when spiritual master gives this name, he also speaks about it, and thereby cautions or warns the initiated disciples not to commit any type of namaparad. Because our aim is to get Krishna. That is the supreme perfection of life. And this is the only way. How can one get Krishna? By chanting his holy name. So, Now I will tell you one by one this nama paradas. Number one is sadhu ninda. That is blaspheming a sadhu. You understand? Then question arises, who is really a sadhu? Who is really a sadhu? That one should know. Sadhu means a pure devotee who is completely surrendered at the lotus feet of Krishna. This is the most important symptom of a sadhu. And next thing is, they preach throughout the world this Nam Tattva to deliver the conditioned souls. He is a sadhu. So, initiated disciples or devotees should not blaspheme such a sadhu. This is number one. नामापराध. जहां साधु निंदा तहां नहीं भक्ति स्थिति. अतएव अपराधी तथा परिणति. That is stated. If someone commits namaparad, is devoid of bhakti, he cannot get bhakti. Thereby he cannot get Krishna. Adro. Moreover, he will go to hell. This is number one, namaparad. Then number is to think the demigods as the Supreme Lord of Bhagavan. And name of Krishna, the form of Krishna, the qualities of Krishna, and the pastimes of Krishna, if someone thinks all these are different from Krishna, that is also offense. The second number, offense, namaparad. If someone thinks that Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma are also Bhagavan, that is also aparad. If someone says or things like that, uttering name of Shiva, or uttering name of Brahma, or uttering name of any other demigod is equal to uttering the name of Krishna, that is also offense. This is number two, namaparad. Those who are atheists, they think the other demigods are Bhagavan. A Vaishnava or devotee never thinks so. You understand? If someone thinks so, or if someone equates Shiva or Brahma with Vishnu or Narayana or Krishna, he is considered a Pashandi. He must go to hell. This is the Shastric injunction, Shastra Siddhanta. Therefore, the initiated devotees or disciple should be cautious enough not to commit this type of offense. You understand? अन्य देव सह समो विष्णु के जे माने से बड़ अज्ञान ईश्वर तत्व नहीं जाने. ए जड़ जगते विष्णु परम ईश्वर गिरीशादि जत देव तार विधि को एकल ईश्वर कृष्ण आर्ष भूत्य. You understand? Krishna is the only supreme Ishvara, Parameshwara, and all others are his servants. That is it. So don't equate the master and servants in one level. That is committing second offense, namaparad. Then comes those who are completely taken shelter at the lotus feet of Krishna, in other words, taken shelter of only name of Krishna. They are called devotees, they are devotees or Maharajas. They only worship Krishna. They never worship any other demigod. In Srimad Bhagavatam it is stated, Jatha taranmula nisachanena trupyanti taskanna jopashakha prana pahara jatatindriyani tativa sarvarvamachititya. This conclusion is given in Srimad Bhagavatam. If you pour water at the root of a tree, automatically all its branches, twigs, flowers, leaves all get. No necessity of sprinkling water on its twigs or branches. If you give food to this tomato, automatically the whole body is nourished. No necessity of giving food to ears or eyes or hands or legs. No necessity. Similarly, if someone worships Krishna and satisfies him, all of the demigods will be satisfied. No necessity of worshipping other demigods. This is aparadha. Then question arises, shall we disregard the other demigods? You nonsense get out. Shall we say like that? No. We cannot say like that. We should not say like that. Then how can we behave with our demigods? That's the question. We should not look at them. We should not pay any respect to them. No, that's not. Jatha jatha anya deve korena darsana, Krishna dasa bolitare korena bandhana. The demigods are also a type of devotees. They are not pure devotees. They are devotees. Because they are obeying the orders of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. So they are devotees. They are in that sense Vaishnavas. As we pay respect to other Vaishnavas, similarly we pay respect to other demigods. We should not disregard them. That a Vaishnava knows this thing and Vaishnava does this thing. Then number 3, offense. To disobey the order of spiritual master was given you this name, Nam Tattva Viti Guru. You understand? That is number 3, offense. This offense is the greatest one. Paristhane aparadhe tare parinam, pumanstane aparadhe nahi parikrana. If you commit some offense, the lotus feet of Hari, Lord Hari, there is some excuse. You can counteract that offense by some rites, performing some rites, or chanting name. This is the only recommended process how to destroy the offense committed to lotus feet of Hari. Chant name incidentally. That offense will be destroyed. But this offense, disobeying the spiritual master, order of the spiritual master, was given you this name. For instance, greatest offense, there is no excuse. This cannot be destroyed by any means. You understand? It is stated in all Shastras, and all Maharajas say so. Guru Karna Mahara Samastra Kari Kusnan Letori. That we say. Therefore, one should be very, very cautious. Should not disobey the order of the Nam Tattva Viti Guru, spiritual master. And he is a pure devotee, Suddha Bhakta. He is, as you say, Parikara, that means associate, one of the associates of Lord Krishna. You understand? That Guru. Therefore, we sing in Gurvastava, Sakshat Dharitena Samasta Shastreya Ruptastatha Bhagnata Eva Sadhi Kintu Prabhurja Priyoiva Tasya Vande Guru Sri Charana Vindam. Sakshat Hari is as good as Hari. Because his position, his place is with Hari. In the same platform. Is very dear and very confidential, very intimate to Lord Hari. You understand? Therefore, one should not disobey him, one should not commit such offense, this offense, number 3 offense, by disregarding or disobeying the order of such a spiritual master. This is very, very costly. And one should obey the order of that spiritual master or serve that spiritual master at taking any risk. If it is required, one may give up his life, which is very dear. To serve Guru. You understand? Dasya prasada, bhagavad prasada, dasya prasadanna prati kutu. That will say. Our aim is to get prasad, kripa, mercy from Krishna. That is the supreme perfection of our life. How can it be achieved? It is only achieved if you get mercy of your spiritual master. Dasya prasada, bhagavad prasada. If spiritual master is displeased, everything is finished. Krishna cannot save you. You understand? This is most important. So, at any rate, taking any sort of risk, the disciple should please his spiritual master. Thereby, he will get Krishna. Please Krishna and get Krishna. And make his life perfect, supremely perfect. So, one question arises, is raised here. That such a bona fide Guru is who? That is most important question. That I first say. Guru is a pure devotee of Lord Vishnu. Is completely a surrendered soul. It's completely a surrendered soul. That is Guru. So before accepting spiritual master, the disciple should be very, very cautious to accept such a person as spiritual master. Otherwise he'll be cheated. There are many cheaters also in this Kali Yuga. The Yuga cheaters are there, especially in Kali Yuga, many are there. Those who boast themselves to be devotees of Vaishnavas are as if they are pure devotees and gurus. But as we say, all that glitters is not gold. So symptoms are there in Shastras. One should know these things, the symptoms, and examine Guru very, very carefully. Then accept. Otherwise, there is this danger of being cheated. You understand? So, after accepting such a Guru, such a spiritual master, one should be very, very careful, very, very cautious not to commit this type of offense, disobey the order of such devote Guru. Then comes number 4, Prad, offense. Shruti Shastra Ninda. To blaspheming the Shruti Shastra, Vedic scriptures. Because মায়াবদ্ধ জীবে কৃষ্ণ বহু কৃপা করি বেদ পুরাণাদি দিল আর্য জ্ঞান stated in scriptures. মায়াবদ্ধ জীবের নাই কৃষ্ণ স্মৃতি জ্ঞান জীবের কৃপায় কইল কৃষ্ণ বেদ পুরাণ. The conditioned souls have forgotten Krishna. So, गुरु शास्त्र आत्मा रूपे अपना के धनान कृष्ण मोर प्रभु प्राता जीवेर कोई जाए. Krishna is very, very merciful. Krishna is our only well-wishing friend, Srudam Sarvabhutana. So, his ours is mercy on us, his conditioned soul. He sends Guru, sends his pure devotee, is representative of this material world to deliver the conditioned soul. And also, he has compiled the Shastras, Vedic scriptures, you understand, where all about Krishna, all about the Vaishnavas, all about pure devotion, I can say. So these are the different forms of Krishna. Sadhu, Shastra, Guru. Through these forms, Krishna showers his mercy on conditioned souls. You understand? So one should not blaspheme or disobey the nonsense of such Vedic scriptures. Especially, Sarva Vedanta Sarvani Srimad Bhagavatam is said. You understand? All the Srimad Bhagavatam is the essence of all Vedic scriptures. In Kali Yuga, the people are short-lived and Veda is very great. Many Vedic scriptures are there. One cannot study all these things during his lifetime and understand the injunctions therein. Impossible. So, the Srimad Bhagavatam has come, which is as good as Krishna. Krishna Tulya Bhagavata, Vibhu Sadbhasha. Krishna is Vibhu, Bhagavata is also Vibhu. It's none different from Krishna. So, one should not, the initiated devotees or disciples, should not disregard, disobey the injunctions given in Srimad Bhagavatam, especially the essence of all Vedas, and should not blaspheme also. Srimad Bhagavatam. भागवत जना माने से जवन सम तार शास्त्र आछे जन्मे जन्मे. If someone disobeys the injunctions of Srimad Bhagavatam, disobeys, disregards Srimad Bhagavatam, is like blessed or Javan. Life after life, he will be punished by Jamaraj. So, this is put Nama Prad. Then fifth one, Nama Prad, is Nami Arthavada Prad. You understand? If someone gives different meanings of the name Krishna, the so-called mundane scholars, Pandits may say, yes, Krishna has different meanings. Krishna means black. So, if we say black, then it is all right. I am uttering Krishna. No. That is an offense. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, find that Gopal, Vallabha Bhatta, can say, Vallabha Bhatta, one said this thing. So, Mahaprabhu, this name Krishna has different meanings. So, shall I take any meaning out of it? Mahaprabhu says, no, I only know Krishna is the Supreme Personality Body, is beloved of Radharani. I never accept any other meaning of that. He says like that. So this is an offense. You understand? And Mahaprabhu was very kind enough, merciful. His merciful incarnation, Mahavadana Avatar, a munificent incarnation. But he showed mercy to that Vallabha. Otherwise, he would have gone to hell. So, it is included in this Nama Prad, fourth type of Prad, Sruti Shastra Ninda. And I am speaking of fifth Prad, this Nama Arthavada Prad. So, give different meanings to this holy name. One should not do like that. If someone does like that, it is the greatest offender, aparadh. If by chance we look at the face of such a person, thereby we commit this offense. How to counteract that offense? The Shastra says, or Maharaja says, immediately you take a bath in the river Ganges. Then that will become counteracted. Someone say, oh, we are in America or Australia, no Ganges is there. What shall we do? All right, you invoke Ganges. Chant this mantra and also that Gangescha Jamunescha Godavari Saraswati. That mantra is there. You just invoke some pure water. So Ganga Devi will come down there and take bath in that water. Then that offense will be destroyed. Otherwise, such an offense. Then comes sixth offense. Nam bole pap buddhi, committing offense, that force of chanting holy name. Eka Krishna Nama Kore Sarva Papa Kheya. It is stated in Shastra. All sorts of sins will be destroyed if you chant once Krishna. Such a great potency is there. Mahaprabhu has also said, Jarukya Suni Krishna Ekobar, Krishna Nam Ekobar, says the Vaishnava. You understand? Mahaprabhu was asked this question. The Grostha Bhaktas coming from Bangladesh once asked Mahaprabhu, who was staying, residing in Pushkam Kshetra, Puri Dham, taking up sannyas. Oh Mahaprabhu, what is our duty? We are Grosthas. And Mahaprabhu says, Vaishnava Sevam Krishna Pujam Nirantara Karo Krishna Nama Sankirtan. He said, this is a duty of God. Vaishnava Pujam Krishna Seva. If you worship a Vaishnava, thereby Krishna is worshipped. So, serve the Vaishnavas, worship Vaishnavas. This is your duty. And take this name of Krishna. Always chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Then they ask, Mahaprabhu, who is Vaishnava? This question arises. Who is Vaishnava? To whom we serve? Then Mahaprabhu says, Jar mukhe suni ekobar Krishna naam sei se Krishna. Understand? Udatahatva. If you have heard once, someone has uttered Krishna, is Krishna. And they say, oh, we are always uttering Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Why once? We are uttering many times, innumerable times. Then you are greatest Vaishnava, isn't it? No. There is a deep purport in Mahaprabhu saying, one Krishna, that means one pure name. You understand? If someone has once uttered pure name, Krishna, is Suddhana, not only reciting these letters only, Krishna, alphabets. That's not right. Deep purport it has. You understand? So we stress on this. Pure names should be chanted. Therefore, these offenses we say. If someone is committing offenses, chanting Hare Krishna is not pure name. Only alphabets are coming out. Akshara bahira kote naam nahi. Akshara means alphabet. In dictionary you will find this word Krishna is there. Abhidhanik sabda. The word in dictionary, we never say that. You understand? It has very deep philosophical purpose, meaning in it. You understand? I say. So one should not commit any path or sin by force, chanting Krishna, name of Krishna. That is nama bole papa. You understand? Yes, this is very nice thing. I am a sinner. I have committed many sins. Now I'll chant Hare Krishna. The reactions of all sinful activities will be destroyed. Then again I will commit some new sins. And again I will chant Hare Krishna. Then it will be destroyed. Very nice. No, Baba, I don't want to. This is Nam Bodhi Papa. That you are committing offense by this course of chanting Hare Krishna. This sort of mentality is very, very ancient. You understand? One should not think in his mind. You understand? This has this property. The non-body Papa. But it is stated also by Maharaja in Shastra. Sansari manava deva acharo pap prashchita acheta ar anupa. Kintu nama bola jadi pape kore mati prashchita nahi tar bodai dukha. The worldly person, sansari manav, commits some sin, so in Shastra there is prashchit, rights perform some atonement. Thereby he can destroy the sinful reactions. But this sin committed by the force of chanting Nam, Harinam, Krishna, no atonement is there. You cannot destroy any subject, perform any subject. बहुत चमच आत्मादि पाइले तार से अपराध होते न होएगा. This is sure and certain that you must go to hell and must be punished by Yamaraj. Life after life, innumerable lives will be punished. Still, its reactions cannot be destroyed. You understand? It is there. So one should not commit such an offense. Then comes number 7 offense, Saptamana. Shraddha Jani Namapadesh Pradhan. Though Shraddha means firm faith. Shraddha Sabde Vishwasa Kohe. Sudruda Nishchay. Krishna Bhakti Kaile Sarva Karma Rupa. Shraddha means firm faith. Firm faith in Krishna. Firm faith in His holy name is non-different from Krishna. Firm faith in spiritual master Guru is a pure devotee of Krishna. Firm faith in Shastric injunctions. That is all. Understand? This is known as Shraddha. The person who is devoid of such Shraddha, don't initiate him. Don't give him this name. You understand? Thereby, the Guru who initiates or gives name, he commits sin. He commits offense. You understand? So, and while you are preaching, you are preachers, you must be preaching about this name to others also. So you should be careful also in your path. If you find someone who is very, very atheistic, has not developed any sort of Shraddha in this the Supreme Lord or His holy name, you understand? Don't tell me about this tattva, nam tattva, special. You chant, you do kirtan loudly. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. This sound vibration, the transcendental sound vibration will benefit you. It will touch it. It enters into his ear, that atheistic man, person. It will be very beneficial. You understand? A Vaishnava does so. Vaishnava is very, very kind-hearted person. You understand? He only chants loudly. Let this transcendental sound vibration enter into the ears of the atheistic people. Thereby, the impurities will be purified. You will develop Shraddha. And you will mark. When this Shraddha is developed, then speak about this name, Nam Tattva. You understand? This person is there. You should not commit such aparadha. This is number 7. Namaprad. Then number 8, Namaprad. Anna Subha Karma Saita Harinamku Saman Mani Kariva. If someone thinks to perform any sort of auspicious, pious activities, ritualistic performances, Vedic ritualistic performance, is as good as uttering this Harinam. No, that is an offense. You understand? One should not think so, one should not say so. That is an offense. Kali Chuke Dusadya Anna Subha Karma Atev Nama Ashoila Dugadhara. This Kali Chuka is a very, very dreadful Juga age. Kali means path. It's full of sins. You understand? So in this Kali Chuka you cannot perform any sort of auspicious karma, Shubha karma. Only this Haranam eva, Kevalam Palam, Nasti, no other way, is of God. Only Haranam takes shelter of this Harinam. Cannot be compared. The chanting of Harinam cannot be compared to any sorts of performance of any sorts of pious activities. If someone thinks so, thereby he commits offense. This is number 8 offense. Number 9 offense, Namagram is some Vishaya Anubhatan. You understand? This is most important. While you are chanting this Harinam with your mouth, that spiritual master has given you, be very, very careful not to be inattentive. You meditate on Krishna, because Krishna and his holy name is non-different. You understand? If someone cannot see, when your heart will be purified, you can see the beautiful form of Krishna when you chant Krishna, Hare Krishna. As long as your heart is not purified, you cannot see the form. You understand? Then you should understand that my heart is not purified. So I cannot see the beautiful form of Krishna every observed time. Huh? Get out. You understand? Because my heart is not purified, so I can see the beautiful form of Krishna while I am chanting Hare Krishna. You understand? It depends on purity. And that's a fact. You understand? So, at that time, what shall we do? We should meditate on this transcendental sound vibration. Only meditation. You understand? And so this is an offense. While chanting this holy name, Hare Krishna, beads, you should not be inattentive. You should meditate on Krishna, or meditate on the sound, transcendental sound vibration. It is ninth. Number 9 offense. And we say, Chanchala hi mana Krishna, that is stated in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. This mind is very wicked and very flickering. You understand? Chanchala. Very, very flickering. It's very difficult to concentrate, fix the mind. You understand? Yes, that's a fact. Krishna has admitted that. Arjuna says this. So, but there is certain period. Early in the morning, that we say Brahma Muhurta, from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m., that's the best period to chant rounds. Understand? At that time, this flickering mind is very easily fixed. This time, this noon time, is very difficult to fix. So many vibrations are there in the atmosphere. You understand? So many sounds, so many vibrations. Those who are not achieved siddhi, perfection, in controlling mind, they cannot fix mind this time. So for the neophytes, this is best time to chant or finish your rounds or chant complete more rounds during that Brahma Muhurta of 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. That's good. You understand? They're very easily fixed. Otherwise, another time of the day is very difficult to fix the mind. Thereby you commit offense. Sometimes you do like that. Oh, Guru has said to complete 16 rounds. Anyhow I have to complete. That's by committing offense. You are thinking of something. Oh, I have to do this thing. I'm doing this thing. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. What is that? That's why you are committing offense. Your mind is somewhere and chanting Hare Krishna. You understand? One should not do that. You may think of name while doing other work, but don't chant with your beads. Very, very careful. Chant 16 rounds with beads. Very nice. You understand? Besides that, always you think of Krishna in your mind. That is small. That may be. But don't do it. Many devotees do like that. Oh, I have to finish so many rounds. Allah, very good. Allah, very good. Do that continuously. Otherwise, committing offense. Inattention, ninth offense. Don't do it. Another thing is also included in this offense, that is jarya or alasya. Don't become lazy. So, very strictly follow this regulatory principles. Get up at 3:30. Take bath. Go to temple. Chant there. When it is 4:30 like that, after we eat, then chant and dance before the eating. After that, then it is chant. Don't sleep. Understand? Don't lie down on your bed. Beyond soul. That will mean it. That I will commit this up. Understand? So, this is their power. This is 9th offense. Then 10th one, the last one. Dasamatrap on Momo. Those who are being initiated or initiated disciples of devotees, they should not say that I am mine. I am Brahman. I am a Vaishnava. I am a king. I am such and so. This is my house. This is my land. This is my bank balance. This is my wife. This is my girl. So, I am mine. This is last number. You understand? Because everything belongs to Krishna. I belong to Krishna. Everything belongs to Krishna. Nothing much. Amar bhavati Krishna. Nothing much. There is nothing that you can say is mine. I belong to Krishna. I am the servant of Krishna. And it is nothing mine. So one should not say I am mine. We imitate disciples. We very cautious. You understand? So this is 10th number. Offenses, standing, holy name. That nectar of devotion, you get some more. My beloved spiritual master, so far, very nicely. That's enough for you. So you done all, I think. I hope you have understood everything what I say about the chanting of the name and committing offenses. Be careful not to commit any namaprat, chant your name, develop Krishna prema and get Krishna. I hope. I also think so. Krishna Mahaprabhu merciful. Jagatpati Das. Your initial name is Jagatpati Das. Nicholas Michael. Nicholas. So Nicholas, I think you have understood it. What I have said about holy chanting, committing offense, and school. If you have any question, ask me afterwards. You understand? Clarify your doubts. So, we chant 60 rounds minimum daily without offense. Develop personal prayer and get and make your life perfect. I hope so. Nimai Pandit Das. Your name is Nimai Pandit. Yes.
The meaning of them and where they are in the scriptures and things like that.
What is your name?
Dinabandhu.
Dinabandhu. The name of Krishna. Dina means who is very, very petite. That means downtrodden. You understand?
Distressed.
Distressed. Dina. The Krishna is friend of Dina. You understand? So he is known as Dinabandhu. That is one verse. Dinabandhu iti namete patita anutsai bhakta vastra toya iti srutva hudayam asukampati. One devotee says like that. Oh Lord Krishna, I hear that you are Dinabandhu. That means you are friend of the poor, distressed, downtrodden. I am very, very distressed, downtrodden, Dina. Therefore, I have enthusiasm, great enthusiasm to come and approach you. But here I hear that you are Bhaktavatsal. You are very dear to your devotees. Oh, now my heart throbs because I am not a devotee. I am not rendering any devotional service. I am not doing any bhajan. So how can I get you? Like that. He says, this is a very nice verse. So Dinabandhu Riti Namiti. That is, you are Dinabandhu. Yeah. Very good name.
Dina.
Dina. We are Dina. Yes. And song is there praying to Lord Gauranga. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Hey Krishna.
Patita pavana tumi, patita dhamo ami. What does name is? Nahi. Patita uddhar kariya ପାଇଁ ଆସିଛ ମୋ ସମ ପତିତ ପ୍ରଭୁ ନା ପାଇବେ ଏସବୁ କଥା ଅଛି. Praying to Lord Gauranga. Oh Lord Gauranga, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you are patita pavan. Patita means patita pavana hetu tava avatar ମୋ ସମ ପତିତ ନା ପାଇବେ You have incarnated yourself to deliver the patitas. Patita means dina, downtrodden. You understand? But I am a dina like that. You'll never get as patita anybody else as I am. Like that. It's dina. And Kunti Devi has prayer that also. Akinchana gocharam. Janmeshwarja sutta sri vivedamana madapuman naivarati abhidhatu vaitu akinchana gocharam. Nama akinchana vittaya. This Kunti Devi's prayer is there. Akinchana means dina. Dina akinchan. Eka katha. Nahi kya. Dina akinchan. Only Krishna is revealed to such dinas, akinchanas. You are akinchan, nama akinchana vittaya. You are asset of akinchanas, and akinchanas are your asset, and you are their asset. That's Kunti's prayer. You understand now? So, very nice name. Really, we are Dina. He is Dinabandhu.
Is that the name of Lord Chaitanya too? Dinabandhu?
Chaitanya is Krishna, so he is also Dinabandhu. Yes, no difference.
There's that prayer that we sing in the morning before class. Hey Krishna, Karuna Sindhu.
Karuna Sindhu.
Dinabandhu.
Dinabandhu, yes. Karuna Sindhu, Dinabandhu, yes.
And after that there is Jagatpati.
Jagatpati. Jagatpati, master of the world. Pati means master. Jagat means world. Like Jagannath.
Universe.
Same meaning.
So that's the meaning of John's name. John. Jagatpati.
Jagatpati, yes.
I was reading in the translation, it said the source of the universe.
Yes. Source of the universe. Master of the universe. Pati means master. Yes. As Jagannath. Lord of Master, Lord of the universe. The world, Jagannath. Similar Jagatpati, same meaning. Yes.
He is very attached to Lord Jagannath.
Yes.
So am I.
So name is appropriate. Yes, I told. But Mahaprabhu prompted me, I name.
It's very, especially very apt in Nimai Pandit Das.
Nimai Pandit Das, yes.
He is a scholar. He is always chanting slokas and
yes.
like that.
Yes, so it's a very nice name for him.